Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Hey, what's that? -1 win streak? I am building a dossier. By the way, you didn't miss any runs. 44NL. 44NL, more like QQNL. J764. Just god-awful starting stats. But this is irrespective of what I was going to bring up anyway. Which is, I'm building a dossier for my conspiracy theory that they've just, like, made every enemy tankier in this game. Just watch the run with an unbiased mind, that's all I ask. Watch it with the idea that there is... You know what? We can do this. That there might be, not that there is, but that there might have been a change recently in Isaac that amped up the amount of damage that enemies were able to take. I feel like over the course of the past week, have I played terribly? There have been some runs that have been pretty bad. I mean, some of the dailies in particular just had like no chance. But I'm starting to feel like Winona Ryder in Stranger Things, man. Like, these enemies didn't used to take this long to kill. This run is already a bad example, and I want to be fair to the game. First off, it's their game. If they want to patch it to make it harder, that's fine. I'm just saying, I'm starting to put together the pieces that this might be an ARG for which, you know, we're all the victims, basically, but mostly me. $3 bill's helping us out a lot here. We did just come off a run in which we were invincible, but even that run felt like a little underpowered, or maybe I'm losing my mind. Just keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to focus on the commentary. I'm going to focus on staying alive, which has never been more difficult. I think the booster pack might have changed something. I know that, rest assured, we've talked about the Mandela effect. Okay, that was not my fire, so bad idea, but... we've talked about the Mandela effect on the NLSS before, and both Nick and I are of the opinion that it's, I mean, no offense, men, but, like, I'm going to say a word that's going to offend you if you're a believer of the Mandela effect, but I think it's idiotic, and the idea that the whole universe must have changed because you misremembered something is very egotistical. However, I'm asking you to buy into my Mandela effect right now. I can understand why you would be hesitant. Just play some Isaac for yourself. A lot of people probably watch these episodes, don't play the game themselves anymore. That's fine. Hey, I got no problem with that whatsoever. Just play some Isaac yourself. You're probably watching this and going, man, NL's been playing pretty bad lately. And maybe you've been playing yourself and going, you know, NL's still playing pretty bad lately, and the game has not changed. I just want somebody get out the spider mod. If you're interested, if you're not, don't let me waste your time. But if you're interested, get out the spider mod, get out the cheat engine, figure out what happened. Are these enemies the same level of tankiness that they used to be? Because something don't feel right in my world. Anyway, I'm going to use Forget Me Now, and I'm going to focus on now the run starts over. I've got Curse of the Lost on the first floor, so we can afford to go to our curse room. And we got Yera, which I will not, in all likelihood, hold until the end of the run. This run, by the way, if we're evaluating it, at least the HP is good. And $3 bill can get us out of some jams. But, you know, real talk. We got a serious problem with our damage, and we got a serious problem with our tiers. And those are like the two most important stats once your HP is above 0, which it obviously is. So, this is one in which I would not expect to be able to make it to boss rush. It's weird to say that on the first floor. I mean, we did do the first floor twice, but the idea is I also had no keys, so it seemed like a sensible approach. I know I keep coming back to this, but I made a poll on Twitter, and the poll was like, you know, has Isaac gotten harder? Or the poll just said what happened. But then selection 1 was, has Isaac gotten harder or have I gotten worse? 75% of people said I got worse. That's an overwhelming majority. If you had that on Ask the Audience of Who... By the way, I'm not offended by this. I'm aware of my performance lately. But if you had that on Ask the Audience on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you would be like, I'm going with A. I would have to be an idiot to, you know, go against the audience on this example right here. And yet, I find myself Mandela, man. Not, you know, unjustly thrown in prison. It's going to be really bad for our rate of fire, but flippin' sweet for dealing damage. But rather... Oh, Jesus. It still worked. But rather, just thinking, am I the only one living in this alternate universe where every enemy in Isaac is quintuple the HP they used to have? Just think about it. That's all I'm asking. All I'm asking you to do is do the research, and if you don't agree with me, then just keep your mouth shut. If you do agree with me, sing it from the highest point you can find. Mount Kilimanjaro, if you got it. Now, if they really... If the conspiracy theory's out in full force, they will give me the greatest run of all time here to deflect, you know? Keep the elites happy, and then, you know, they'll spread the Kool-Aid to the masses, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. Or do I? This is starting to border... It's crossing the borderline from satire into genuine illness. So let's just kill this enemy who is totally not Angry Fly in different proportions. Please, Lord, a tears upgrade. Even more so than a damage upgrade right now. The Widow is like one of the, you know, famously one of the least tanky bosses. Number 1, when it shows up, is an enormous helper. Six minutes to get through the first floor, but it's the first floor for a second time. Give me an orbital or something. Okay, tears up, shot speed down, I can live with. That is a... Unless $3 bill rolled over to something else at the same time, that's a 34 tears up. Pretty solid. Yeah, it actually seems like I'm able to shoot enemies now, so that's a good start. If we get a deal with the devil, I like our chances. Again, I want to point out, even if the game got harder, doesn't mean they're like trying to pull one over on us. I'm just... Maybe I've tilted so far that I've gone permanently off kilter. Maybe I've been playing Dead Cells, and Dead Cells, you know, you get calibrated to the fact that enemies die in about, you know, a quarter of a second. You just go up to them and, you know, right trigger, left trigger, you know, they're done, right? And then you die soon after if you play as badly as I do, but... I don't know. Maybe it's this new haircut. Not for me, but for Eden. It's got me flipping out here, man. I mean, what is this? It's like a Ringo Starr, but also a helmet that Quake Guy wears. And then we got 4 eyes popping out of it. It's like, geez, 4 eyes, I know it's an insult, but in this case, it's almost the most charming thing about this visage. You're not... you don't fit society's standards of beauty. I'm not saying that I'm not into it, but, you know, you can draw for yourself. Let's go. Okay, we get a dime that's top of the line. Very valuable for us right now. So we need almost everything. You know what? Forget the shop. This is about an investment in rerolls. That's way too dangerous for us to take. It's not good enough for us to take. That is good enough for us to take. The mine is a terrible thing to waste, buddy. So forget the shop. I'm, like, extremely content with this reroll. Camo undies isn't garbage, but we need gas. We need good stuff. That's not what gas stands for. It doesn't even make any... Gas is just fuel. You know, we need things that make this run pop. I would kill for, like, a permanent number 1. That's the holy grail right now from $3 bill. We're gonna get a deal with the devil. In spite of my... poor damage. We're gonna get a shot speed up. That's actually fairly okay. We don't need a world card. This is pretty good. Shade doesn't matter, but it's a value add here. And then Abaddon for the damage upgrade. Still not great damage, and our rate of fire is gonna be a poor selling point for us on this run, but we're actually way better off than I would have expected, given how long it took us to make it through those floors. Like, we're only like 3 minutes behind schedule. I guess that's exactly how long you'd expect to be behind schedule if you did 1 extra floor, so. How would old NL play this? He would play it like that, which is why I'm playing it like that. I gotta get back to that mindset. Even if I am about, 20% confident. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I'm like 20% confident that maybe I've changed and gotten worse, but I think the game may have changed as well. It could be a both scenario. I could be bad and dealing with tankier enemies. Just saying. Do the research. Just saying. Check out our dice room. You know what? I'll throw out a reroll here. That's fine. See what we got over here. Petrified poop. Ended up being pretty bad. Not petrified poop specifically. Faded Polaroid, petrified poop, who cares? Both have decent uses. But the loss of keys there is the real hard part. What is this 101 tier delay $3 bill effect? What drastically... It must be Eve's Mascara? I gotta see if it doubles our damage during that period. Okay, so first step. Item room. Kidney stone. I'll take a kidney stone, but I don't like kidney stone anymore. I had it in a daily recently. Kidney stone is no longer my best friend. The mind is my new best friend. I hate kidney stone now because of the speed downgrade. Stop. And this is how you know I'm on full tilt poker with Phil Hellmuth, but stop putting speed downgrades on cool items. Why does Small Rock need a speed downgrade? Why does Kidney Stone need a speed downgrade? And don't say because if you have a Kidney Stone, you can't run fast. Why doesn't it just give you a freaking 0 speed? Because you got a Kidney Stone, you don't want to run at all. Oh, well, that would be bad for the game. Well, then I think that maybe this is bad for the game, too. I don't want to go this... I want to take fun items... If an item's good, give it a speed downgrade to make it slightly worse. I understand. This is, Riot, League of Legends, balance patch. I don't know what I'm talking about is the thing, but if I talk really fast, maybe your brain won't recognize that I just said that. What? That was Kidney Stone, I think. Or $3 bill into Kidney Stone somehow. Yeah? Okay, we'll take that. But Kidney Stone... Kidney Stone is a marginal choice. And you're punishing me for a marginal choice. For a margarine choice, I don't disagree. I like the full-fat flavor of, real butter. Pay to win. Gives us a reroll machine in every item room. That's very good if we can get some bombs. Guppy. Items. He's done it! You know what? What would old NL have done here? He would get rid of Guppy's paw for Guppy's head, use Guppy's head, use the pills, hope for a speed upgrade. Or a tears upgrade, for that matter. It's bad. It was very, very not good. That was so much worse. Because it was the second time, but I was trying to get Shade up there to deal some damage. Okay, we got Yera. We can always, and maybe we should do it right away, trade red hearts for absolute HP in the form of spirit hearts. Rate of Fire's still kind of killing me. Oh, that was very, very close. Good work. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Gonna do it right away. Keep ourselves alive. And you know what? Go for the real-time Guppy dream. Didn't work, but that's fine. We got better as a result of it anyway. Now, the 101 rate of fire does not come with a damage bonus. Why? What is having our rate of fire in order to give us no benefit? It can't be my reflection, even though all signs are pointing to that right now. It just doesn't seem plausible. It's like the pieces aren't adding up. It's like, why in the world would Peter Wayland go into the space engineers. This is not an Alien Covenant spoiler, by the way. That movie recently came out, so people would be of the opinion, perhaps, that I'm spoiling a new movie. This is Prometheus. This came out in 2012. Just saying, it doesn't make sense why the biologist would get lost with the geologist who controls the maps. We're supposed to be smarter than that. He's making us all look bad. Not that I'm a biologist. Subtle distinction. Let's go. Okay. Oh, but, you know, he had a beta personality. He was trying to impress the dude by letting an alien freaking snake crawl up his urethra. Oh, yeah, alright, sure. All I'm saying is do the research, alright? Let's go. We're still, like, 1,000,000% relying on tier effects to deal damage here. But we are slowly putting together the pieces of a potential win. We got 3 flies per room. That's honestly a decent amount of, like, guaranteed damage rate at the outset. Give me small rock. I don't care. I'll take the speed downgrade. Got a 67% chance of a deal with the devil. Let's go. We need the HP, no matter what. And we definitely 1,000,000% want Death's Touch. That's just, I was going to say, gonna hit us, but we got lucky to get out of the way. We're not concerned at all about boss rush because we can't make it at this point. So what we're going to do is try to get to our shop and definitely our item room. Item room is more important than the shop. We can use our bombs there to accomplish great things. So a guaranteed Death's Touch is a very solid get here. We have a 127 rate of fire sometimes, so that's, I would say that that's probably our biggest weakness, is that we fire once every, like, 4 seconds. Sometimes we fire a little bit faster than that. Thank you, Shade. This is not good enough. Save your bombs, we might need them for combat. That's not good enough, even if it is wait what. Okay, you know what? It is good enough if it's wait what, because we get, all I needed was a reroll machine. Not a reroll machine, sorry. All I needed was a donation machine, and then I had unlimited money to use on the reroll machine. But this is fine. We still don't want wait what. Guppy's head is going to be better for us, I think. Technology. Technology with a bad rate of fire scares me. Crystal Ball is nice if you get, you know, good passives, sorry, good actives en route to getting a passive that you actually want to hold. Tech point 5 is very, very good. It's weird because we made the run like a lot better here. But I don't know. First off, why is our shot curving? That must have been some kind of $3 bill effect. But I don't know if we made it good enough because the stats that we're missing are still so mission critical. But it's okay. We got the mind. I'm trying to see. We do want to go curse room. We got to check every room that could give us a chance of finishing the Guppy dream. And at this point, I would actually go so far as to suggest, again, boss rush irrelevant. So we don't need a teleport card. I'd go so far as to suggest that Tech 0.5 is the main damage, and our Monstro's Lung is actually like the bonus damage. Dude, okay, my bad, but if you're making other enemies give us batteries, that's a dream come true as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we gotta check. There's an Isaac's room as well, so if we can get into the Isaac's room, we can get some HP back there. Secret room does not border it, but still. I mean, you know what? We've done all the sacrificing we need to do on this floor, so stop taking damage. We need 2 bombs. Get in here. And we got 2 bombs on this room, so that's easy money. 3 spirit hearts for sleeping. Don't really care whether it's a clean room or a dirty room as long as we get our HP back. And honestly, I gotta be real with you on this run. I'm not really feeling the conspiracy theory. Enemies seem to be dying in an appropriate fashion. Maybe I've untilted myself somehow. Or maybe it's because we have Monstro's Lung and, you know, enemies tend to die in one hit of that no matter what. So we'll take SMB Superfan. That's an everything up. Although it used to not be a speed up. That has been fixed for like a year and a half. I think, possibly more. Maybe like 3 years now that I think about it. You know, time... Time's a flat circle, man. Year and a half, 3 years. A year and a half is just 3 years divided by 2, so I don't know what you're getting all uptight about. Eternal Heart? Guppy item? No? Okay. It's alright, you can't be salty. One red chest doesn't work out in your favor. Gotta be more, you know, open to getting disappointed than that. Still holding this Yarrow rune. I called it right at the start of this run. I was like, we are not gonna hold this Yarrow rune the whole time. Halfway through the run, still holding the Yarrow rune. That's a good thing, though. This is our moment. Give me the world's greatest deal with the devil. Guppy, and then whatever else. I don't care what's on the pizza. Just give me a thin crust marinara, some mozzarella cheese, basil, olive oil, Italian sausage. I don't care what else you put on it besides that, but there does have to be, a little bit of chili oil. It really ties it together. Prosciutto, if you got it. If not, Parma ham. I know they're the same thing. I was trying to trick you. Alright, so while we're here, if you... Maybe like some caramelized pears or something like that. I don't mind getting a little nouveau riche with a flatbread. I don't mind having an austere za. Now this is probably something we should not be doing. We didn't pay much for it. We didn't get much out of it, but we didn't pay much for it, so everything is forgiven. We could go to the boss trap room. We'll get a lot of charges. Mystery Sack's good, by the way. I mean, Telepathy is lovely. Okay, I'll tell you what. There's a great case for that. We don't need to hold Guppy's head. The finger, again, is borderline. Magic Mush is the savior. So Telepathy, what's the deal with Telepathy? Dude, we've ascended. This run is now extraordinarily winnable. I knew it. The conspiracy. They wouldn't let me lose on this run. What did I tell you? Wake up, sheeple. We're now, like, dominant. Not dominating yet, but we're in a dominant position. We got good trinkets. We nearly made it through, Let me try it, buddy. We nearly made it to boss rush, in spite of the fact that we got no business doing so. Now they'll give us Guppy just to rub it in. Told you. That's duality. Old NL would take duality. I gotta get back. New NL, he's gone off the rails in Isaac. Okay, it's Curse of the Labyrinth. Not what I would consider to be a hush-worthy run at the present moment. I, for real, think that Telepathy is possibly one of the greatest items in the game. If the only criticism you can lobby against it is that it doesn't make you invincible against all kinds of damage, you know, I think it's pretty clear you're dealing with a special item there. So, I actually think this might be, like, the best active item they've added into the game. Well, that's not fair. It's a tough... I'm moving the goalpost. So, the best active item that operates in a traditionally strong avenue. You know, it's like... Because... Crooked Penny is actually incredibly strong. Even if you feel that it's kind of... Well, it's weaker than it used to be. And you might also think that it's kind of overdone at this point. But, like, it's a good freaking item, man, is the thing. Is this as good as Crooked Penny? It might be. We gotta check this. This is a great use of a key. Unfortunately, it actually wasn't, but if it had had Book of Revelations or something, it would be. So how do we pull a loss out of our likely win here? Basically, stop standing so close to enemies. The occasional Fire Mind is enough to whittle you down to death. So we like really, really need to not do that. Mom gets just completely screwed by telepathy as well, as does Isaac, although the beams make him a little bit more of a challenge. This is a tough one. That hurts me deep in my soul, because that was just, I don't know what you're supposed to do to avoid the bomb there. Oh right, just remember that when you shoot him, he dies, spawns enemies that will also die because your tier is so large. Those enemies, when they die, will spawn a bomb, which will then be hit by the tier that still exists on the screen, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle, you're getting hurt as well. Old NL would have done this. I would like to be a little bit more cautious. And no good deed goes unpunished. It's actually completely fine, because we have this secret room. I know we've left the Yara rune back there. Wonder if he could have caught that. We should have used telepathy. It screws the bonies over as well. So, like, really look for tinted rocks. I don't think we saw one there. Should probably just use it whenever it's off cooldown, just on principle. You walked on the creep. What are you trying to pull here? Head of the Keeper is not an urgent get. It's potentially sort of nice. That's about it, though. We got our red heart back, which is the whole reason we went there. I don't know, man. Like, the Isaac fight should not be that bad. But I'm going to these rooms, not in the hopes of getting a Guppy item, but in the hopes of getting a Spirit Heart. That's a pretty modest ask. And then that Spirit Heart gives us the ability to feel good about going with the, going to the Curse Room, but maybe not. Maybe we should just play this. How would old NL play this? He'd dial in. Battleground style, you know? It sounded so, like, French-Canadian when I said that. Thanks a lot, Hive Mind. I really appreciate that. And by Hive Mind, I mean Fire Mind. Although Hive Mind would be nice right now. Don't hurt me. I'm begging you. Oh, it hurt me a little bit. It did. Okay, dial in. Let's do this. Just don't stand too close to the enemies. Good use of telepathy. The thing is, we're all human beings here. I have exploded. Thanks to Firemind. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do an Azazel run. You're witnessing the satirical descent of a man into madness. This might just be a level of tilt I've never experienced before in my adult life. Maybe I've, like, you know, professional athletes. They need to retire at some... Oh, okay, that one's pretty bad. Professional athletes, you know, they need to retire at some point. Esports athletes, brain gets less sharp. Am I just... As I get older, more handsome, wiser, better with money, more socially competent, just better in basically every way. No, this is meant to be satirical as well. Maybe I'm just getting, like... I'm getting phased out of the Isaac existence, you know? The kids are coming up from behind. James Murphy said it best, 2005, losing my edge. But if we can't win an Azazel run, That's how I'll know. That's how I'll know that we're in a dark place here. 'Cause that run was actually, it was good, but it wasn't perfect. No Isaac run ever is, though, so it's kind of like a false dilemma there. But we need to start putting wins on camera, or we're gonna enter like a spiral from which there is no escape. I am being, like, I'm semi-serious about me thinking that the game has actually gotten clandestine harder. Like, they've secretly, like, added a little multiplier to enemy HP or something like that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I would like to be right. It would be a very convenient explanation. Some people have echoed my anecdotal evidence, but that doesn't mean I'm right. I'm a skeptical person to begin with. We're all skeptical people with so much to give. Marvin Gaye. Let's go. But if we can't win an Azazel run, that's where it's all going south, man. And I've gotten a lot of tweets, because I've been tweeting, you know, saltily about Isaac, because I'm 10 years old. And people have been like, yeah, you know, I stopped playing Isaac when Afterbirth came out. I think they made it so hard it wasn't fun. What's weird is that I respect that opinion, but I did not feel that way at all. I thought that, like, Afterbirth Plus was a pretty good expansion after they ironed out the early kinks. However, am I the only person experiencing the post-booster pack, like, madness here? If I am, I am. And I'll, you know, I can endeavor to change from within to make that better, but turret's kind of fun. Sprinkler, I should say. I don't think it's that good, but maybe as Azazel it's excellent because it'll shoot a brimstone beam, or maybe it won't. But, you know, we'll figure it out soon enough nonetheless. It does shoot a brimstone beam. It shoots it about a millisecond out in front of it, which is not a measurement of distance or magnitude. If it catches an enemy, it'll destroy them, though. This seems awesome on stationary bosses. Or that boss right there, who is actually highly mobile. We got a key back, but I think we just go for it here. Yeah, anyway. Mostly, like, I'm doing an Azazel run here. I want to win. I want to get some confidence back. I also feel guilty. Like, this is more Isaac losses than I've had in, like, a million years. First off, that was 2 bad plays in a row there. So I should go back in for that key as penance, but I'm a little worried about my HP despite the fact that you wouldn't think it. Just be careful, because that thing could blow up one of those guys in your face. But yeah, like, I want to get a win on video, man. Because I got to come back to playing Isaac tomorrow. That Vorf pill could have hurt us. And I want to be positive. I think, you know, one of the best things you can... This is a 4-room item. For some reason, I thought it was 3 rooms. But one of the best things you can do to maintain, like, you know, good work environment and keep yourself as productive as possible. Not that that's the be-all, end-all necessarily, but, you know, it can be important. Is leaving yourself, like, a good setup for tomorrow's workday. And I know that, you know, my work is playing video games. That doesn't mean it's... you know, there's not elements of it that are more fun than other elements. So I think if this is like a never go to bed angry, but for the Binding of Isaac sort of situation. I want to finish today with a win. So I haven't had the greatest runs today. I gotta come back and play the daily tomorrow. This could be good. And I want to be psyched to play the daily. In spite of the fact that a lot of dailies are samey, a lot of them are annoying. I like them. That's the thing. I'm not going to sweat that speed downgrade when we have, you know, the ability to fly here. So I want to be in a good mood for tomorrow's runs. Stop the bleeding if possible. We haven't been to our shop, but we might not want to go to our shop. We're stacked as far as Azazel runs go, except we could use some real HP, because we're going to have a deal with the devil probably on this floor. We're also not exactly crushing it from a key standpoint. This is a good trinket for us, though, because we are working towards Guppy, and the extra spirit hearts could come in handy. So yeah, like this is, I'm pulling the veil back here a little bit and throwing myself out through the freaking moon door, but let's go. I am like amazed at the poor track record recently in Isaac. Not in a good way, like, you know, Lone Star was, baby, I'm amazed by you. Dude, don't make me take this just so it never shows up again. I'll never forgive you. Probably should have saved this health upgrade and then used it after a potential deal with the devil. Hey, you, come down here. You're not quite close enough to get tagged, is the problem. Oh, I'm excited, it's popping off. I was gonna try to force him to spawn close enough to the sprinkler, but I'm not sure if I really can. Oh, it's seeming to do a pretty good job. Just one more. Just one more. Kind of surprised we didn't get hit there, to be real with you, but okay. Moving on out. And I think in the, like, the fact that every day, like, since I've been slumping in Isaac, it's not like it racks my brain at night. So, like, I don't need you to tweet me and be like, NL, I support you. Like, I know this is hard, you know. In the end, it's bad play in a video game for recreational purposes. You know, no one's got their CSGO skins riding on me or anything like that. Probably, if you do, stop betting on this. This is a terrible idea. You're gonna lose all your money. Whether you expect me to fail, I succeed. You expect me to succeed, I fail, you know? I'm the great negation operator. I mean, here's the thing. We'll dust this dude in 2 seconds. Just get him to hang around. It might not be worth it, but we've done it nonetheless. We've done it. But yeah, every day I've woken up and been like, okay, today's the day I'm gonna, like, start being better at Isaac. And like, start being good at Isaac again, I should say. You know, we got that 3,000 hours of stored experience. And then every day it just, you know, maybe one good run and the rest of them end up being junk. That's why I'm searching my soul for the proximate cause. And we'll see. Maybe this is the run that pulls it all together. Pulls it all together. We'll take it. Headless Baby is basically the definition of we have no choice, but it exists and is not horrible. It's a very roundabout and verbose explanation for this item, but it's not terrible. Sprinkler, it's on the verge of becoming like bosses and tough rooms, because sadly it does possess no ability to locomote. So on a large room like this, it's not useless because we could goad enemies into going on top of it, but it's not too useful. We're on the caves 2 here, so boss rush is a real possibility. The question is largely going to be how we actually feel about going to boss rush. Being honest, kind of interested. Throwing down sprinklers seems pretty sweet. We just got a Guppy's hairball kill, so clearly we can't be that bad at the game. Carrion Queen! She's an ugly thing. Please go into my turret. These are not the lyrics to Carrion Queen. Alright, we can use the Sun card to get red heart deals to the devil, which I think we should just do, so they're red hearts when we go in. Yeah, okay. So, turret's like good. I'm gonna grab this for the completely needless but a little 2% Zane option here for Bookworm. It's not horrible, but it is admittedly fairly unnecessary. So the Emperor here is awesome because that actually allows us to go to boss rush and get out for free. And then we have a real library, on which I don't think we want anything, but we'll take all the books just in case. One day we might be able to create a winnable well, not a winnable, but like a quad library that actually has items in it. Okay, so the Guppy Dream is still low percentage, but plausible. We got the HP necessary to burn here. Turns out on that last run, maybe we should have gone to the Curse Room. Stars, we have the Stars and the Emperor. I'm going to stick with the Stars. It really doesn't matter too much. The Emperor has advantages. It can get us to the boss room if we're going too slow. We're probably not going to be too slow on today's run. Well, on the second run of this video. However, the Stars card doesn't allow us to have that shortcut, so it is a disadvantage, but it also allows us to get out of boss rush without going straight back to the room that we can't get out of, which is the boss fight. So, gotta check this. This run has popped off. The other thing we could do is just Stars card, like, right now. Just try it. Just flip and try it. Guppy's Hairball is gonna leave you in a world of hurt, brother. 33% chance of a deal with the devil here, so not banking on Guppy Dreams or like a full-blown Brimstone. Wouldn't turn up my nose. You gotta throw that out there just so the game knows. I wouldn't turn up my nose. This is actually a range downgrade, but I take it because we are very, very small, and then if I'm being honest, I forgot that it was a range downgrade until just about the moment I picked it up. And it's a range downgrade because it just lowers, raises your height of your tiers, so they spend more time in the air, but lowers the actual distance they travel. So for a beam, it just lowers it 100%. That being said, say a lot of things about this run. You can't really talk too much guff about our speed stat right now. Sister Viz. We get super lucky. I was gonna say, we might not even have to touch Larry Jr. Which is better for both of us, honestly. Now just get dusted. Give us a deal. We've done it. Magic Mush. We don't need to take Magic Mush yet. It would have been better knowing that it's Krampus, but we could have gotten a deal for free, like a double pay deal for free. Lump of coal may or may not work. Damage is now 12. Okay, so this run is looking like it's going to pop off and could be the foundation I need underneath me for a little bit of confidence. We'll see if we get, or if our luck continues to flow on this run. It's weird. I'm 12 minutes in, but I'm actually 42 minutes in. I'm like, why am I, like, speaking exhausted, like repeating myself? There was one failure of a run appended to the front of this one. Well, not appended. I mean, we're appending the hopefully winning run to the end of this one. It's like doing an NLSS segment. It's an hour long. Just imagine we're moving on to golf with your friends in, 18 minutes here. 18 minutes seems conceivable at this point. This run is popping off. Probably I will exercise my constitutional right to not fight the lamb. Or sorry, well, not fight the lamb probably, but not fight Hush either. Guppy. Guppy Dreams. Okay. I can see forevers. Nothing wrong with it. It's a second secret room? It is a second secret room. I actually don't want HP right now. 2 is good enough, and I might want to try to snag permanent Polaroid invincibility. Dead Onion, I think, is meaningless. It gives us a range upgrade, actually. So it's not meaningless, but it's pretty much meaningless. 0.25 range upgrade. Might be affected by modifiers, but shot speed obviously doesn't do anything for us, so. Greed gets dusted. Luck ups would be nice, but I'm still waiting on the freaking Guppy Dream, dude. Come on. Never has one man desired a Guppy Dream more than this Guppy Dream right here. This is a don't it always seem to go, you don't know what you got till it's gone sort of moment. We are actually strong enough that the sprinkler is completely irrelevant now. I don't need to, so it's kind of a tough sell. This is not good enough. None of those are worth even messing around with. Maybe I could make an effort to get the mom transformation, but the mom transformation is worth, you know, about the price of a Big Bite hot dog at 7-Eleven, if you ask me. I don't know how much that is. When I was in college, it was $2 with this coupon, so I have to assume that it's probably like, you know, $2.90 or something at this point. It has been like, you know, 8 or 9 years since I was buying 7-Eleven Big Bite hot dogs on the regular, but man, that was one heck of a summer. The deals were out of control. It might have been 2 Big Bite hot dogs for $2. I know I'm getting mired in the minutia of this anecdote at this point, but I'm like, a $2 hot dog in 2008 doesn't seem like that good of a deal. It's not pricey. I know every time you say, like, oh, I paid $2 for a hot dog, people go, oh, I get them for 35 cents out of the garbage can next to my house. Okay, look, who are you paying? Because you should just get them out of the garbage can if that's the case. Get them for free, man. You're paying someone for access to their garbage can? Is that where society's at now? Is a man not entitled to the garbage of his neighbors? I guess not, probably. Try pulling that one in court. Neighbors will buy a paper shredder in approximately negative 20 seconds. Torn photo, lovely for the damage bonus. And by damage, I mean DPS. Because of the faster charge. We gotta look for the Guppy Dream. And I was incredulous when I started to say it. And then we got the, you know, we're closer to the Guppy Dream. And now I'm not incredulous anymore. But we should, no, I'm excited. Take that. We should take the Sprinkler because it's more fun. It's more unique than Guppy's head. Oh, the sneeze is unique in that it left me right as I was about to experience it. And now I got like one eye closed trying to get back. Now that our rate of fire is increased, it's actually a lot better as well. It's firing all the time. Speed down. One makes you small. Okay, let's take that to the point of absurdity. No money. I guess we didn't really need money to begin with. We're one item away from the Guppy Dream with the left hand and a 72% chance of a deal with the devil. So if there is a benevolent force above, beside, within, you know, wherever, I don't care. All I want to do is abuse your deification for personal gain. Give me Guppy. This is my moment. This is my, like, rebirth. How ironic. And it's so ironic, I'm not even going to mention that I had the boost, she had the chronic, and or the Lakers beat the Supersonics. Ridiculous. No. Yes. No. Whatever. No big deal. Health down is actually good. Although we may not want at this point to generate HP. Take it on a case-by-case basis. Could use a key. There are worse things to get here. I'm going to take the left hand. If we don't become Guppy, I think the left hand could still fulfill our Guppy Dream for us. And you know what? It's an Azazel run. Like, even though I desperately need something in the win column, anything I can do to get, like, a little Zane on an Azazel run feels a little bit better, doesn't it? 72% chance denied. Let's go. Now, the Cathedral has been, like, the source of my greatest failures lately. For a floor that probably, like, 2 weeks ago, I would have said, like, this floor doesn't have any reason to exist. It's always pretty easy. You just bomb your way through the rooms you don't want to do. Doesn't give you any items. It's not really a skill check. Like, all of a sudden, I've been eating my, you know, mental words like crazy lately. This time, it's not going to happen, though. This run, conceivably, is too strong to mess up. Even, you know, at my worst. It's a little... Oh, there we go. We're the Gupster. Life is good. Now, if we mess this one up, I have to quit playing the Binding of Isaac forever. That's the rule. So, you know, root for a loss if you never want to see Isaac again. This is like the gray moment of truth. It's such an easy win. With 12 damage. No hive mind, admittedly, but, you know, who cares? Effectively. Now we'll, you know, drop this, because we don't need the left hand anymore unless we want to become Super Guppy, which doesn't exist. I can see forever. 2 of diamonds. Might as well pop 2 of diamonds. We're not holding anything. You know, we don't have Guppy's tail, but we might as well take an extra key here. Okay. I can't tell you how much of a load this is off my shoulders. You know, this is like having an argument with somebody. You want to get that sorted before you fall asleep. You know, the sleep is the place where feelings are cemented. You wake up in the morning, you're still mad, you're going to text them like, fuck you, you know? Apologies to the YouTube advertisers for the F word there, but I'm selling a wholesome family message. It's a good idea. Reconcile that stuff before you sleep. I'm going to sleep probably, you know, I have 5 or 6 hours of waking life left of me today. I'm glad that we're going to be going to sleep with an Isaac victory. Gives me the utmost confidence that tomorrow, every little thing is going to be alright. In Isaac, at least. I can't promise, you know, the greater world at large, you know, like track 2 off Modest Mouse 2004 album. Good news for people who love bad news. And all of a sudden, I'm winning, and my conspiracy theory is just falling by the wayside. I'm like, what are you talking about? The enemies have more HP. Look at, you're crushing them in 2 seconds. It's no problem. Funny, that. Okay. I don't know why I said that in the most British way possible. Here we go. This is the coronation for the 10th time on this slump. Do it, to it, thank you, and... Do it, to it, thank you, and. Do it, to it, thank you, and. Wait, what? It is wait, what? But, or waffles. Sprinkles, way better. 3 pills. Pheromones? Paralysis, and then, it's another pheromones. Now, again, the offer holds. No more Isaac forever if I lose. And try not to think about the fact that if I really didn't want to play Isaac again ever, I would just not upload this video. And try not to think about the fact that, wait a minute, isn't that exactly what he would want you to think? Do the research, people. I'm just saying, do the research. That's it. Just asking you to approach the research with an open mind, and an open mind in this case means agreeing with me 100%. Otherwise, you're a bought and paid for media shill. Let's go. You're dusted. You're dusted. Look at that. The prophecy foretold of a man who would stand in a sea of tears, yet remain dry as bone. That man has arrived. And his name is, and then he slips on a banana peel. Oh, my glasses! Okay. We are gonna win a run. No, not today. Tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode and the descent into the mind of a madman. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.